Hi everyone, this is Suzanne Wagner. We are doing the Numerology and Astrology for January 19th, 2022. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 17, and if you add the 1 and the 7 together, you get the number 8. The number 8 is an emotional number. It is a watery number. It's about tears. It's about letting go. It's about grief and loss. And, we're in a world right now that there's a lot of tears and a lot of grief and loss. And I look at, the different things on the social media and realize how many people are dying, COVID related, not COVID related. And so it's pretty astounding what's going on, and it touches everyone in some way. So this number 8 today is a number that brings depth and insight into those dark places where we hide those things that we have not been able to make sense out of or be able to let go. Everyone struggles with emotions that seem to not make sense. Sometimes they can never make sense from the position of our current level of awareness. They also do not make sense because they include the karmic journey of another, and that person's journey instills in them patterns that have a priority and direction. That is why we learn that the choices of others have nothing to do with us, but have to do with the process of their life's path that is supposed to be for them. I've learned in life that stress diminishes when I just leave things alone and that are not a part of my karmic journey and allow others to do their own without me. It is part of the human condition to learn depth and compassion through loss. In life, we learn that being right really means nothing because what is right for one is often not right for another. We learn that when we care and listen to our deepest self, that may require us to move towards compassion for the self rather than engaging in codependency with another. And my astrology today. The moon is in Leo, and this allows an expressive exchange with others that are ready to engage on a deeper level. Motivation is high, and your personal interests begin to look into things that have piqued your interest. Those things that need to get done seem less irritating and somehow easier to do. The sun trines to the North Node, and some of our goals seem possible. Our emotional world is growing, and we are finding that some of our childish ways are becoming more obvious, much less effective, and now need to be released. The sun is moving into Aquarius, and the old is boring and clearly not working. If something is not authentic from our core, it will have no impact. Apologies are necessary at times, and this is one of them. Becoming an individual means to take responsibility for all the things that were done from our wounds rather than from our authentic self. What used to be true is no longer even relevant. We notice where we have been unreliable, chaotic, reactive, and shamefully demanding. Clearly, it is time to make major shifts towards a more conscious life. And my quote for today: too many are afraid and refuse to try. That is why they will eventually learn to lie. They want a shortcut to the great wisdoms of the past. They have not learned that such things cannot be cast like a magic spell that grows from the mind's desire. They must be driven down long roads like a tire. We have to do the miles and wear down the tread. We must learn to embrace what the ego dreads. And that is that life requires effort and strain. It is the only way to find the path and wisdoms to gain. And my blog for today. There are things in life that fill us up. There are things that overwhelm and make us say, that's enough. Sometimes I think that when life is too cushy, we overreact when life seems too pushy. I see in our world those that have not faced their challenges in life. They do not know how to cope when life dishes up so much strife. They turn to anything to make them feel better, even if it turns them into a debtor. They take in food instead of love. That is because what they need from up above seems not to appear, and they become desperate and in pain. And they will do anything to alleviate the despair and shame. They grasp at things and cause themselves harm that should be very loud, like a piercing alarm, that tell us that we have taken the wrong path, and listen to our inner psychopath, who tells us just what we want to hear when all the sights and sounds tell us we are not clear. But do we listen to that softer voice? No. We demand and make even more noise. But it is not about giving in. Surrender in a battle never allows anyone to really win. Thanks, everyone.